Hey guys, as you can see, two new characters are going to be coming to Mirrorverse. The first one we're going to be looking at is Alice from Alice in Wonderland. She looks absolutely stunning, and so Mirrorverse leaked their abilities, and people took screenshots, and I was able to get a clip of them. So here's Alice. Now she looks unbelievable. Both these characters look pretty good. She grants 20 plus defense at the start of an encounter. She has another talent that grants 20 plus % health at the start of an encounter. Her other one is A1 is when tea time starts, Alice grants all allies 10% armor. So she's a first support that will grant your team armor for each tank ally on her team. The duration of tea time is extended by 0.5 seconds. We're going to look at the next one here. Her core ability. When Alice hits an enemy with a heavy attack, the enemy is inflicted with a minus 25% dizzy debuff for 3 seconds. Max stacks 1. Alice resists 20% damage from enemies that are inflicted with a dizzy. Her special attack ability. Alice begins tea time. This effect lasts for 3 seconds. While tea time is active, the following effects take place until tea time is over. All allies heal for 2% HP per second. All enemies are rooted. All allies gain a 20% attack buff and a 20% defense buff. Max stacks 1. Cooldown 15 seconds. That is a long cooldown. Um, it is what it is, but let's look at these other talents. Level 20. I believe this is her A2 talent. When tea time starts, Alice inflicts each enemy with a wound for each melee ally on her team, dealing 20% damage per second until tea time ends. Max stacks 2. So you can get 2 stacks of 20% wound damage. The duration of tea time is extended by 0.5 seconds, and that's per each melee. So if you run her with 2 melees, you're going to get that increased. Her A3 talent at level 25 is a nice cup of tea, all the way bottom right. When tea time starts, Alice grants a 30% focus buff to each ally for each ranged ally on her team until tea time ends. Max stacks 1. The duration of tea time is extended by... So it looks like her tea time is extended by 0.5 seconds for everyone. You could do it with melees, tanks, ranged, and I believe her last one is here. Good advice. I believe this is her elite talent. And we have her signature ability up top. Here's her signature ability. It unlocks at a 4-star. Alice activates tea time at the beginning of the encounter. So this is great. This is really good, because the tea time is everything. It's not just her special when you activate tea time and it's a 15-second cooldown. This is at the start of every encounter in a fight. Alice activates tea time at the beginning of combat, beginning of the encounter, beginning of combat featuring a boss. So this is massive. The attack buff and defense buff granted at tea time are increased by an additional 50%, and I believe this is at Sig 200. So if you want to put Sig stones into her, you can. And then finally, her elite talent. Good advice, rarely followed. When tea time starts, Alice heals all allies for 5% HP for each support ally on her team. The duration of tea time is extended by 0.5 seconds. So her heals are going to be even bigger. Okay. Now we're going to go through... Oops. I thought I had Moana too. Here she is. Moana. Clear paths ahead. Whenever an enemy enters the encounter, Moana inflicts them with a minus 10% attack debuff that lasts until they use a special ability or she is defeated. Moana's heavy attack has a 30% chance to stifle her target for 5 seconds, max dex 1. Against ranged and support enemies, this chance is increased to 100%. Enemies cannot be inflicted with a new stifle until the old one expires. This is huge. This is for those new Stormborn Gatekeepers, the ones with the electricity fields that everyone hates. So she is going to be massive for that. I just don't want Caban to come out with new characters that can, make those gatekeepers, unaffected. They're not going to be great at doing what they do, and we have to just deal with the BS of the electric field and move out of the way and all that crap. I just don't like that they come out with new characters that are needed to do that gatekeeper. They should just fix that gatekeeper and make it how it is. But whatever. Whenever Moana stifles an enemy activating a special ability, she inflicts them with a wound, dealing 20% damage per second for 5 seconds. Now, this is only a max stack of 1. Alice had a max stack of 2, so we'll see. Moana deals 400% damage on her special ability and knocks back enemies in a circle around her, then stifles them for 5 seconds. If an enemy is already inflicted with stifle from her core ability, its timer is refreshed. So that's pretty good. This attack deals an additional 200% damage to enemies who are stifled. Cooldown 12 seconds. And how far will go? Signature ability. While Moana's in the encounter, all allies get a 50% attack buff that lasts for 12 seconds. When Moana or an ally inflicts stifle, stun, or knockback on an enemy activating a special ability, max stacks 3. This can be massive, her sig ability, a max sig. A 50% attack buff, stacks of 3. It's 150% attack buff. So, I don't know if I have her. Yeah, I don't think I have all of her talents here. But when I get them, I'll make another video. Just wanted to give you guys the rundown of Moana and Alice in Wonderland. Now, personally, me and my team, we're top 20, top 15 in Rift Raids. We're excited. Excited for Alice and excited for Moana because of her stifle with that gatekeeper, that annoying BS gatekeeper that everyone hates, that we want Kabam to fix. Please, please fix Kabam. But anyway, guys, that'll do it here. Until we get more info on these Guardians, or until we get the update to see them introduced in the game, I believe that's going to be after the Frozone event. We'll take a look at them. We'll take a look at their abilities in game, see if all this matches up. It should. And we'll go from there. I'm really excited for these new characters. I can't wait. Alice in Wonderland especially looks freaking awesome. Well, that's going to do it for here, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please feel free to leave a comment. Or, hey, if you don't want to leave a comment, leave your favorite emoji, smiley face, sad face. You know what it is. Faust Out Loud. We'll be back with another one real soon. Thanks. Have a good one.